ground there before the ball came out.
So Ryan with his
He's
10th fumble, but at least this one.
Matt Ryan has a fumbling problem. In just 5 games, old Matty Ice has fumbled 11 times. If that sounds like a lot, it's because it is. To put that in perspective, his 11 fumbles break out to around 2.2 per contest, a pace good for 37 on the year, a number that would shatter the previous record of 23 in a single season, shared by Kerry Collins and Dante Culpepper. What's interesting is these ball security issues are a new development for the 37-year-old Ryan. His 11 fumbles this year rank for the second most in a season for his career, coming just under his previous high of 12 in 2015. And remember, we're comparing full seasons to just 5 games here. We're only 30% of the way through the 2022 season, and he's already 92% of the way to his previous fumble high. We've gone from, there's a 75% chance Ryan fumbles once this game in 2015 to, we expect him to fumble twice today. Even Ryan himself sounds at a loss for how to fix the problem. When asked what the solution was, he answered, "Certainly have to do something different. I think you've just got to protect it better," which is a lot like saying if you can't reach something on the top shelf to just get taller. In many ways, Matt Ryan has suddenly become a very old dog in Indianapolis, one who has forgotten most of his tricks and now regularly pisses on the floor. Still, it's unfair to put the blame solely on him, even if he is the one doing the actual fumbling. When Ryan was brought over to Indy, he was sold on a great offensive line, an effective running game, and the chance to be an efficient quarterback off a balanced attack and play action. He hasn't gotten that. And it all starts with the offensive line, which has been abysmal for the Colts in the early part of 22. After being a strength for the team over the last 4+ years, the bottom has fallen out, as they rank 30th in rush blocking and 26th in pass blocking according to Football Outsiders. Matt Ryan specifically has felt the incompetence of Indy's line. Through 5 weeks, he's tied for the most sacks in the league at 21, and he's getting sacked at the highest rate of his career. If Ryan continues at this pace, he'll also shatter his previous season high in sacks at 48 back in 2019. He'll also likely continue fumbling multiple times per contest. Nearly all of Ryan's fumbles this year have come off sacks, but it's not just the number of times he's getting hit, which is certainly part of it, it's how he's getting hit that's led to the historic fumble total so far. Like, let's just gawk at this one against Kansas City, where the offense completely misses the cornerback block and allows a straight line path for L'Jarius Sneed to lay a hit on Ryan that can only be described as brutal and humbling. These types of missed assignments have been common throughout the season. Look no further than this same Kansas City game, where the Colts offensive line parts like the sea to give linebacker Nick Bolton a free shot at Ryan. Taking it out of context, it almost looks like the O-line is playing a prank. But it's more than just misassignments. A lot of the time, they're just getting beat, particularly on the ends. Like here, against Jacksonville, where the edge rusher gets right around left tackle Matt Pryor and hits Ryan's arm as he throws. It's a miracle this ball stays with Indianapolis with how much it zips around in the pile. And the other side hasn't been much better. Like here, against Houston, where the right tackle Braden Smith is beat around the outside and Ryan gets smashed going through his reads on the opposite side of the field. And these offensive line issues compound for the Colts. Even with talented backs in Jonathan Taylor and Nyheim Hines, Indianapolis can't win at the point of attack, and so they grade out as one of the worst rushing teams. Matt Ryan is then asked to drop back more and throw to Michael Pittman Jr. and a hodgepodge of other receivers. It's either Ryan doesn't have time to throw, or nobody's open. It's not a winning formula. And recently, the Colts seem to be admitting that. They made the biggest shift to their O-line in several years ahead of Week 5, including having rookie Bernard Reinman come in at left tackle. The result was a disgusting Thursday night performance against the Denver Broncos, in which the Colts gave up 6 more sacks and Ryan coughed it up 2 more times. In fact, the poster play of this whole project came just before halftime of this game. As Ryan sets up, he notices pre-snap his receiver has a one-on-one on the end against press coverage. And when he notices this safety cheat over to the opposite side of the field post-snap, he knows he has a chance to attack the matchup. But that opportunity is short-lived because once he's at the top of his drop back, he sees the receiver can't get open. And when he goes to make his next read, the offensive line has already lost the battle and Ryan is running for his life. What originally seemed like a favorable matchup schematically turns into a sack fumble for an 18-yard loss. This isn't to all say that Ryan is fully absolved of his fumbling problem. He's clearly lost a step both physically and mentally. Going back to the Chiefs game, we see this encapsulated on this play. While the right tackle does get beaten quickly here, Ryan feels the pressure and moves out of the pocket, which is good, but he is slow and seemingly lacks the urgency to get the ball out of his hand in time. While his line doesn't set him up well, this play absolutely did not need to result in a fumble and turnover. And every now and then, it seems Ryan loses the ball on softer tackles, or at least sacks you wouldn't expect a quarterback to fumble on. If the Colts continue leaving Matty Ice out to melt, then there's a good chance he'll be left wearing the single-season fumble crown at the end of the year. Without better line play, the running game will stay stuck in mud, and Ryan will be forced to play from behind with lesser receiving talent than he's accustomed to. He will be sacked a lot, and he will lose the ball. Now, will he lose it to the tune of 37 times in a single season? I don't think it'll get that bad. Currently, his fumble numbers are inflated by a 4-fumble performance in week 1, in which 2 of them came off bad snaps, and 1 of them Ryan just flat out whiffed on from shotgun. If we remove these 3 fluky ones, Ryan has 8 fumbles through 5 games, which, yes, that's still a lot, but would have him on pace for 27 fumbles in 17 games. Now, that sounds a lot more respectable, but it's still record-breaking, so how much more respectable can it really be? Although they've stumbled onto a 500 record early, nothing for Indianapolis' offense seems to be going right during the first quarter of the season. And while the fumbles will be branded onto Ryan's stat line to highlight his massive struggles this year, we should really view them as a team stat that showcases just how inept this whole unit has been. So yeah, Matt Ryan has a fumbling problem, but the Colts are only making it worse. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please drop it a like on YouTube and subscribe to the channel so you can catch the next one. Thanks, bye.